and welcome to another edition of the Smashlights. I'm your host, Dan, aka Smasho Mash. Today's Smashlight is about hypocrisy, Pelosi, Kenney, and Wolf, and how they are COVIDiots. Oh my. Let's get into it. And by the way, thanks for tuning in to Smashlights. Today we're going to be talking a lot about that dude who's become very, very mild and not particularly scary or spooky. Let's talk about hypocrisy. What's hypocrisy? Well, hypocrisy is feigning to be what one is not, or to believe what one does not, behavior that contradicts what one claims to believe or feel. Yes, have you noticed a little bit of
hypocrisy
in government? Is your government looking a little pediculous, which means louse-infested? Hypocrisy is also an act or instance of hypocrisy, yes. Let's talk about some
hypocrisy.
Nancy Pelosi visited a closed San Francisco hair salon because she needed a blowout. No, I'm not talking about diarrhea, although what comes out of her mouth is diarrhea. The 80-year-old Nancy Pelosi decided that she needed a wash and a blow dry, which is something that's, I guess, like outlawed in San Francisco or something. So here she is, walking through a salon, not wearing a mask. Boy, isn't it great? It's good that the government is held accountable for its behavior, isn't it? Nancy Pelosi, well done. Well done. Pelosi assistant just messaged me to do her hair. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Do I let this happen? What do I do? Salon owner Kios told Fox, adding that she, quote, can't control, end quote, what her stylists do if they rent chairs from her, as they're not paying at this time. Wonderful. Well done, Nancy. Your hair looks great, by the way. Cheers. Let's talk about another hypocrite. This complete COVIDiot right here. One of my top COVIDiots. Mayor Jim Kenney, mayor of Philadelphia. Now, I can't stand Mayor Jim Kenney, and he's the reason why I haven't been going to Philadelphia. I will not set foot in the city until that guy is gone, as he's made the city into a sanctuary city. And when I say sanctuary, I mean for everybody besides law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. So guess what happened on the 30th of August? COVIDiot Jim Kenney was seen in a Maryland restaurant, yes. Yes. And then he apologized about it, making himself look even dumber. I understand the frustration, the mayor continued. Restaurant owners are among the hardest hit by the pandemic because of Mayor Jim Kenney's own rules. Yes, they're more strict in Pennsylvania than they are in the rest of... They're more strict in Philadelphia than they are in the rest of the state. So, hypocrite number 2. Yes, Jim Kenney, yes. What a COVIDiot. There he is, in a Maryland restaurant, no mask, and it looks like he's sitting about 2 feet away from somebody behind him. At least Maryland was smart enough to leave restaurants open for indoor dining. What a joke. The statistically irrelevant COVID-19. Oh my God, that just went away on its own. What's going to happen next year? Is it going to be an election year? Well, yeah. Have you heard about what Fauci's been saying? Check this out. I found this one on BuzzFeed News. Fauci saying we could have entered an age of pandemics. Now, I've been telling Fauci to shut his face for a solid month and a half. So let me say it again. Shut up, Fauci. Fauci, shut up. What a joke. Coronavirus, as the mortality rate drops and drops and drops to infinitesimal levels, it appears that over 94% of patients who have, quote, died of COVID had comorbidities. And if that's the case, that would bring the case mortality rate down to 0.000029%. Now, I've been citing the fact that the actual fatality rate for COVID is probably 0.04% or lower. But hey, don't listen to me. Be your own judge. And certainly don't listen to hypocrite idiots like this guy right here, Anthony Fauci. What a douchebag. What a douchebag. Shut up, Fauci. Fauci, shut up. Let's talk about more COVIDiots. How about the COVIDiocy ticket? The Biden-Harris 2020 COVIDiocy ticket. It's fantastic. There's a great image of two giant COVIDiots. Do you want these people running the executive branch? Are you mad at the way the executive branch is behaving now? Well, imagine what would happen if you had this guy and this demonic entity in charge of the White House. Let's talk about some more COVIDiots. It's a COVIDiot closeout, yes. Now, these particular COVIDiots, they're known as Governor Tom Wolf and Pennsylvania Physician General Dr. Rachel Levine. And these two complete COVIDiot hypocrites are making health decisions for us as a state. I don't know that they understand the distinction between their you-know-what and a hole in the ground. Hey, thanks, Tom. Tom has extended the Pennsylvania disaster declaration for another 90 days. Well, thanks for looking out for us, Tom. It's a great thing to know that you're not playing politics with a, quote, pandemic, end quote. What a turd. Top COVIDiot Tom Wolf back in the news today for being the COVIDiot that he is, signing a disaster declaration to try to make sure the Pennsylvania economy is damaged as much as possible, because he's going to try to blame it on Trump, even though it's entirely his fault. And by the way, it's an election year, but not for Tom Wolf. By the way, Tom Wolf has already been promised a cabinet position in a Joe Biden White House administration. If you weren't aware, we are also on BitChute. Now, this particular video will be on BitChute and on YouTube. We're also on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/smashamash. The BitChute URL is bitchute.com/smashomash. Everything is smashomash. If you type it in, you'll probably even find us on Google nowadays. And we're also on Alphabet-owned property YouTube, an organization being destroyed by Google since it was purchased by Google in 2006. We are there as well. If you enjoy the content, press like and subscribe. Share with your friends, share with your foes. When our shadow ban ends, nobody knows. By the way, we've also created our own website, smashomash.org and smashomash.com. You can link all of our social media sites there. Thanks, Smash staff, for your hard work. There are also links to the SmAsho forum, the Smash store, the other Smash store, and the Smash affiliate. If you're not familiar with that, we've got a bunch of Amazon links. If you're using an ad blocker, you need to disable it because the links are advertisements. Now, I use Brave browser, and watch. If I turn off Shields, if I turn Shields on, the ads will vanish. As you can see, no ads. So you need to turn Shields off, and you can turn it off just for this site. We're not doing anything nefarious with your information. We're not gathering your information, period. But since these are ads, and we don't pay for our Amazon affiliate store, that's just how it works. If you want to see what products we're endorsing, pulse oximeter, various supplements, some almond flour, PPE, some smashed potatoes. That's the North 5500 series mask, by the way. Goggles, since Fauci told us to wear goggles. Hazmat suit, chemical-resistant gloves, Natril gloves in a box. My bio bug-out bag. By the way, if you're sick of hearing my squeaky mouse wheel, well, don't worry. We've got a new mouse on order. In fact, I think it's coming tomorrow. The Lenovo Legion M200. So if you don't like that sound, well, don't worry. It's ending soon. So check it out, smashomash.com/affiliate. There's also a forum, and thanks to our new registered users over there, you can view all the topics for free right now. There's no paywall at smashomash.com whatsoever. And if you want to contribute to the forum, you'll have to register. Again, thanks to everybody who has. Let's see what was going on April 2nd, as we have a 31-page section on coronavirus. Trump resists national shutdown, leaving it up to states. Now, one of the reasons why Trump has been receiving praise from a lot of conservatives is because Trump has shown that he understands federalism, where local and state government agencies have these powers and the federal government has those powers, and never the twain shall meet. So that is one of the many reasons why I would applaud President Trump's handling of the pandemic. And just ignore that. But if you want to read all about that, it's in the free-for-all section, the free-for-all forum, smashamash.com/forum. By the way, thanks to Terry Leonard, for posting this Worldometer stats. It's an interesting counter telling you about births and deaths and military expenditure and newspapers circulated and Google searches and cigarette smoke and CO2 emissions and so on. Also, perhaps check out debtclock.org. It's actually usdebtclock.org. To find that, by the way, the debt per citizen is $80,000. Which gives me a net worth higher than most Americans, because I've got a net worth that's in the positive. Yet another reason why you should donate, whether it's via Patreon, PayPal, or Subscribestar. We greatly appreciate your support, by the way. And let's move on to talk about some more things, mainly the pre-markets. Let's see what's going on in pre-market trading right now. The Dow is slated to open up about 129 points. The S&P slated to open up 16 above yesterday's close. NASDAQ futures are plus 99.5. Russell Index up marginally. Gold is down $11, and silver's down 56 cents. All right, and let's move on here to thank our patrons, the true source of funding for the content, as well as our Subscribestars. Again, subscribestar.com/smashamash, patreon.com/smashamash. Here's our credit crawl, and by the way, this has changed because it's a new month. So thanks again to all of our patrons. Here is your credit crawl. Here's me vanishing. Before I continue the credit crawl, let's make sure everything's good. And there are our patrons. If you notice, the order has changed. It's because the order is by lifetime contribution and only includes active patrons. So please consider supporting us via Patreon, the true source of funding for the videos, as YouTube tries very hard to pay us absolutely nothing. We barely see any views on YouTube, and we see many, many times as many views on BitChute. A questionable scenario, in my opinion. In any case, there is the Patreon. Thanks again for tuning in to Smashlights. Don't forget to check our playlists on YouTube. It's youtube.com/smashamash/playlists. And we'll be making daily space weather on the daily. If you're wondering what's going on in space, hit us up. Talk to you soon, and thanks again for tuning into the Smashlights.